Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest.
Honestly, Serra Angel is the original iconic card in all of Magic. I think that it's on one of the booster packs. I think it's the picture on one of the booster packs. When people first encountered Magic the Gathering, and the reason why it's iconic, even more so than some of the other rares, like Shivan Dragon and Royal Assassin, cards that were ultimately way more valuable, and certainly Black Lotus, Serra Angel was uncommon. And the fact that it was uncommon meant that people got to see it a lot. When you first started playing Magic, when you sat down, you played a game, you're playing with whatever creatures came in your booster pack. It might be a War Mammoth, it might be a Hill Giant, it might be a Crawworm, but if your opponent had a Serra Angel, it came out and it generally just killed you. It was one of those cards where it felt so unfair to play against it. You would just look at it going like, how could they give so many insane abilities to a creature that only costs 5 mana? So Serra Angel was, I think, the original kind of defining weapon in Magic. It was clearly regarded as a top tier creature that you always wanted to have and you never ever wanted to play against. So a Serra Angel is a 4/4 flyer for 5. And keep in mind, this is in a format where 5 mana generally gets you, it doesn't even get you a 4/4, and if it gets you a 4/4, it's just an ordinary vanilla creature on the ground. Serra Angel is a 4/4 flyer for 5 mana that also has Vigilance, which is the ability to not tap when it attacks. So the creature can hit your opponent in the face and then be hanging around to block on defense. It costs 5 mana total, 3 now known as generic mana, we used to call it colorless mana, and 2 white mana, which is an extremely efficient cost point for creatures of that time. I think that Serra Angel gives players a sense of how much value you can get at 5 mana. It also is a creature that, compared to other things at its casting cost, and obviously Magic design has pushed the envelope in terms of what you can get for 5 mana and a flyer, but it wasn't the case until very recently. In fact, I think it wasn't really until Baneslayer Angel was printed that suddenly there was clearly like a top dog at 5 mana in a 5 mana white flyer. And there have been creatures since then, but Serra Angel was really able to kind of hold its own as a creature against all modern construction up until, I could be wrong about this, but up until about the printing of Baneslayer Angel, which really set a new standard. But based on that, it also is a very safe card to introduce into the environment. It's not clearly ridiculous. It's not a card where people feel like it's totally unfair to play against. So constantly reprinting it either as, I don't think it's ever been reprinted at common. It was certainly been reprinted as a rare before, and now is very common as an uncommon. It is printed in decks that are clearly designed to be handed to new players and so on. And I think that it's a very powerful creature, it's very impactful, but at the same time it doesn't feel unfair or unfun to play against, and I think that does make it very elegant and good design. The original picture of Serra Angel, I guess the reprint looks a little different. It's much more sort of wingy. Yeah, but the original artwork, right, where she's sitting there and she's holding her sword up, and of course she's got a little cleavage showing, which is a little risque, based on the original set of artwork and stuff. Again, very, very iconic card that was on the original booster packs, and I think people would just see the picture and they take notice. Serra Angel comes down, you're like, oh, that's something special. And I think that feeling was maintained for a while, and obviously the new artwork moved away. You can clearly see this sort of change in Magic art design. The pictures tend to be much farther back nowadays. There's a lot of very zoomed in pictures in original Magic art. I, of course, prefer the original Serra Angel art. I think that the beta Serra Angel in particular, the black border on this like stark white card is so stunning. It looks so amazing on the battlefield when you're playing old school format and this guy just like puts a beta Serra Angel out. And even if you got an answer to it, you're still like, damn, that thing's good. I wish I had one in my deck. So yeah, as far as like a defining piece of art in Magic, I think Serra Angel is probably top tier. I don't think that there's too many cards out there that evoke that same feeling of majesty.
Okay, so if I could have any piece of Magic the Gathering art, what would it be? Hands down, Serra Angel. Well, that particular card, one, it's beautiful. I think it really encompasses, just this beautiful warrior. It seems very peaceful, very serene. It's very beautiful at the same time. It looks strong and it looks like it can serve its purpose. And then the Y is the beauty, but also, and again, go back to my memories with that card. And I won so many games with Serra Angel. I remember putting castles on her and different things to beef her up because I could beat the crap out of my opponent and at the same time defend myself. And so, and I remember in the very, very beginning, we didn't know that you couldn't play with forums, so I would try to trade my left arm to get 10 different Serra Angels and I'd have all these Serra Angels out, and I would be attacking them, and they could never break through my defenses. And again, even though that's not the right way to play the game, it still was such a fun memory, and I loved it. And even now, it's one of those cards that stands the test of time. If you get a Serra Angel in your hand, it's never like, oh, what am I going to do with this? It's one of the most balanced, functional, good casting cost, good defense, good offense, good abilities, flying attacker. It's just such a well-rounded and beautiful card, and the artwork is one of the most beautiful out there. So you put all that together, you want to talk about building positive memories, it doesn't.
So the first time I ever saw Serra Angel was playing some Magic the Gathering with my cousins. This card just seemed very annoying to me because I kept losing to it. The image is so incredibly iconic, but I just can't, the bitterness of losing to a 4/4 flyer that doesn't tap. I mean, I don't know if people agree with me, but it's really annoying to lose to it. But the truth of the matter is, Serra Angel is always been like one of my favorite cards. It always has a beautiful angelic look to it, even though it's only a half profile. The expression of the angel itself seemed very, like almost like a certain passion, some emotion occurred. I thought the piece really was an iconic, powerful image, and it was simple. I really appreciate that about Serra Angel. But yeah, I'm telling you, that card has lost me more games and has won me more games than any other card. And many of you will argue that, well, Black Lotus or Moxes or other blue cards, Ancestral Recall, are more powerful. But what Serra Angel does is it basically represents you're dead. Because by the time Serra Angel hits the board, the deck player already controlled the entire game. Now, to a lot of people out there, Serra Angel also is very beautiful. The artwork is very fascinating. There are a lot of collectors who just collect Serra Angels. It doesn't matter if it's the Alpha, Beta, Unlimited editions, but even the rare Summer Magic edition. It's something that people just love, that iconic image. And as you see in Magic history, it's been reprinted so many times. So the best memory that I have about Serra Angel actually is the most recent memories. It's with my son Scott. My son Scott's 10. After playing White Weenie for a while, he's tired of being, beat up by control decks. I asked him, hey, do you want to play the deck by this guy named Brian Weissman? He's like, sure. Does this have counter spells? Great. But then after teaching him, the best part about Serra Angel was teaching Scott how to play the deck and control matchups. And the fact his eyes would light up when he finally knew he had complete control of his opponent and he was able to cast Serra Angel. He knew he was going to win the game because he was able to master his opponents in terms of board state. That, to me, seeing him play the deck through his eyes, that to me is the greatest memory, because I'm now seeing my child, my son, feel the passion of playing Magic and mastering this deck that Brian made, and winning the game. Now, there are several times he gets swords or something and he would lose the game because he cast it too soon. And I remember him crying about him losing to those games and wondering why I lost. I casted Serra Angel. But I think it's the moments where he's learned not to cast them now. Learning the mistakes. Just like any game, chess, poker, whatever you teach your children, your friends, you play with them. It's like he figured out when to cast Serra Angel and win the game. So yeah, I gotta say, my son Scott, getting those feelings out, seeing him play the Magic and casting Serra Angel and having complete control that he won the game, that to me is one of the greatest moments.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit vintagemagic.com.
Thank you everyone for supporting our channel. It means a lot to me that you're enjoying the content we're putting out there. I have a Patreon page that supporters have access to special perks and rewards. Become a supporter at patreon.com/vintagemagic. As a patron, you receive exciting pricing on sealed product, flash sales, annual gifts, and personalized consulting services from me. Again, thank you for subscribing to our videos and supporting the channel. I love meeting players, collectors, and investors all over the world. If you see me at a Grand Prix, please come by and say hi. I would love to meet you. Thank you everyone for your support and friendship. Thanks for watching the Serra Angel video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have a really cool nugget for you guys. So in the video, there was this blurry little bird or something, some angel in the background, and that's what this was. This was the Serra Angel reimagined piece, recreation by Doug Schuler. He's going to be only doing one of these every year, and this particular piece is technically one of one in the sense that every artwork is unique. This is a 2018 version. Serra Angel, as I talked about in the video, is just an inspiring piece, just artwork wise. Has so much beauty to it, so much power, finesse. But as I said in my video, and I'll say it again, I hate losing to the card. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that, because I've lost to that card so many times, and when that card is on the board, when my son Scott puts that card on the board, and I'm sitting there like, well, I'm gonna lose here soon, so I'm gonna go grab lunch. See you later. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any love for Serra Angel, if you love angels, put in the comments below why you love Serra Angel or love angels in general, or find me at vintagemagic.com. Send me pictures of your angel collections. I don't care if it's the craziest stuff in the world or the most simple. I love Serra Angel also, just like you guys. We're looking to do more single card discussion videos like the Serra Angel. Obviously, Shivan Dragon's probably gonna be on the map. Other iconic cards like Black Lotus, but give me some quirky old school cards, something different, please. Give me something that people don't talk about, and I need your help. Put in the comments below what you think we should do next. Thanks again for watching.